Hello, everyone. I'm Janet Alfano, Executive Director of the Diaper Bank of Connecticut. And I have the pleasure today of being joined by Professor Ann Eisbach of Quinnipiac University in the Psychology Department and Quinnipiac student Dorothy Watters. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. So we are having them join us today because they did something truly amazing and impressive and have been engaged in the work of the Diaper Bank for a little bit of time now. So they did a virtual diaper drive, and what that is instead of a physical drive, due to COVID, we've switched everything over to virtual, including diaper drives. They were able to raise money for the Diaper Bank of Connecticut, but I won't steal anyone's thunder. I will let them talk a little bit about that. And first, I want to just talk a little bit to Professor Eisbach and just ask, how did you come to be involved in the Diaper Bank?
So thanks, Janet, for having us here today. And this actually started about a year ago when a colleague of mine, Professor Clorinda Velez, a clinical psychologist I work with, actually she and I were chatting, and she had gotten and learned about the Diaper Bank through some research she was doing. And she, thought this was a really wonderful resource in the community, something she wanted our students to learn about and be able to be involved in. So she and I worked together with the honors department at Quinnipiac to put together a seminar in the fall with honors students who could spend some time learning about some of the issues related to diaper need and other issues and struggles surrounding under-resourced families in the community. And as part of that, they would also volunteer at the Diaper Bank, which we all did, and then host a diaper drive. So in the fall, we hosted both a virtual and a physical diaper drive because we were not in the midst of the pandemic and we could collect diapers. And that ended up being really quite successful. And the students seemed to really get quite a lot out of the experience in terms of being able to combine the academic readings that they were doing with this real world, experience that they really were the driving force behind it. And then this summer, Dorothy reached out to the students and to Professor Velez and I again and said, I think that this would be a good time to maybe do another drive, because with the pandemic, families, are surely struggling. And so she really was the driving force for the summer drive. And we had several other students from the class who said, yep, we want to be a part of this. So we met weekly and kind of brainstormed up how to make this virtual drive work. And we're pleasantly surprised to meet our first goal in, what was it, maybe 2 days, Dorothy?
Yeah, 2 days.
So, yeah. So we went ambitious and increased the goal, and were able to meet it just a couple days ago. And it was just this 1 month diaper drive.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, it's so impressive and so wonderful, and truly a testament to, the dedication and perseverance and persistence of the students. So Dorothy, again, thank you. It's truly wonderful to see the efforts of the students and young folks, how engaged and involved they are in the issue. There she is. We almost lost you for a second. But what I wanted to ask you was, what have you learned from leading this drive and this effort?
Yeah, so it was, thank you for having us on, and also thank you for all the work you do. We're just happy to support. You guys are, the running force and helping all the diaper need in our area. So we are just happy to be able to support you. But what I learned most was, first of all, nothing can be done by yourself. I have so many people who helped me out so much. A lot of contacts at Quinnipiac, as well as Professor Eisbach, all the students who helped run the drive, as well as anyone who had donated. I always joke that I think probably half of Quinnipiac staff has now blocked my email contact, and I was probably emailing them at least once a week about diaper need. So I really could not, this was a group effort. And I also think the biggest takeaway is that in order to get people excited about an issue, you have to be excited yourself. Even though every communications I've had with anyone about diaper need was probably over Zoom or email. I think being able to see how much I cared and all of the other students who are helping out, as well as Professor Eisbach, how much we all cared about this issue, it kind of ignites a passion in someone else. You know, I think showing that and seeing how dedicated we are to it made other people want to be dedicated to it as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Clearly you can see your energy and enthusiasm and passion for the issue. We so appreciate it. And Professor Eisbach, I did just want to say, both you and Professor Velez, that it was wonderful to get the opportunity to speak with the students in the class and engage them in the issue that may seem like, you know, a very simple thing, but really being able to engage with them and talk about the further impacts on not having access to this essential need. So it was really exciting to hear, you know, some of their thoughts and thinking about this, and, you know, their thoughts on what can be done and what, you know, what we are hoping for in terms of having everyone think about diapers as an essential health need for families. And what does that mean? And what are some potential opportunities for advocacy around solutions? And so that's certainly something that we continue to think about, thinking about, you know, Medicaid, as those items are covered for other populations. That's certainly something that we continue to think about. So anyway, I thank you for the opportunity to talk policy, as well as, you know, doing this drive that will concretely get diapers to families in need. Right now, we also know that that is not sustainable, both for any organization or for families, which is the most important piece of this. So I appreciate that so much. Dorothy, I wanted to ask you, have you encountered folks who have, you know, been surprised or haven't heard about this issue before? And then what was your reaction, you know, when you were able to explain it to them?
Yeah, that was actually my whole family. So I think I had talked to my family about it. They probably are owed some sort of compensation for how often they feel about diaper need. But I know even for myself, I was surprised when I heard about how deeply like intersectional this issue is, you know, and how crazy the fact that the policy isn't there to support it. So when I had tried to talk to my family about it, and I think their first gut reaction was, well, isn't it on Medicaid? Like, why isn't this being covered by that? Or like, shouldn't there be some sort of government financial program that can be used for this? And I was like, well, funny you ask. Funny you bring that up. There isn't. So I think it was usually like shock, and then once they hear that how deeply rooted this issue is and how kind of hidden it is within not only our like social programs, but also just overall like societal like knowing of this problem, I think they felt the same urge to help and the same kind of shock of like, well, this doesn't make sense. This is a basic need. And I think anyone who has had a child or has been around children, diapers are just not negotiable. So it was really nice to be able to see that, to be able to share that information with people and then see them, the effect of that knowledge and wanting to help.
Yes, thank you. That's really great. It's interesting because, you know, the Diaper Bank as an organization is 15 years old, and I've been associated with them for about 10 of those 15. And so still encountering folks who maybe hadn't thought about it, or you've changed someone's mind, is still it's really gratifying. So you're part of the diaper army now. You can never leave.
Definitely.
Once you're in, you're in. But we appreciate your enthusiasm, and certainly Professor Eisbach, appreciate any opportunity to speak to students and engage with them in a way that's both concrete, but that they can think about opportunities to learn and engage and be involved in you know, solutions. Certainly it's more than the enthusiasm, it's the knowledge and insight that young folks bring to the table that we certainly can benefit from.
Absolutely.
Any last thoughts?
I think just thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Just so
And thanks to all in the Quinnipiac community who did get the word out for us. We, you know, as Dorothy said, we sort of shared it, and then our colleagues and friends and, you know, alum and parents and students, you know, shared it widely. And so thank you for, you know, making a difference to the community. And also, again, as Dorothy said, for what you do, Janet, and all of your staff.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you both so much, and truly appreciate the efforts of the larger Quinnipiac University staff, student body, everyone and anyone who is engaged or involved in this. This was truly a wonderful event and a wonderful effort. And so there's a little bit of time left. If folks still haven't been engaged and involved, we'll post this on our Facebook page so that folks can, you know, click on a link for more information. And then we hope that other colleges, universities, corporations, or student groups will think about this when they are looking to engage students or employees in some work. So thank you both for your efforts. We truly appreciate it, and have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.